Greetings. We continue today, part 2 of Daniel's perception of truth. We're looking at Daniel 9:22 literally, and he informed me, and he spoke with me and said, Daniel, I came out now to uplift you together concerning a comprehension. Daniel 9:22 stands as the official greeting and introduction between messenger and the one to receive the message. Although they had met before, according to Daniel 9:21. Verse 23 says, in the beginning of your particular request, a word went out, and I came myself for the purpose to give a message to you, because you yourself are being a man of great passions, and for the purpose of you to be comprehended by means of the word, and for you to perceive by means of the division. Now, again, the word that's used here in the Septuagint is not used in the New Testament, and it's only used 3 times in the Old Testament. In Isaiah 41:20, Daniel 9:23, and again in chapter 11 and verse 33. And it was used in the Septuagint to translate the Hebrew word bay, meaning to comprehend. I cannot pass this verse without stressing that which should be obvious to us. Daniel is called a man of great passions for the truth of God's word, which made him greatly beloved, King James word, by God. I stress this fact because God never changes, and he's not a respecter of persons. Thus, I understand we can be greatly beloved by God as Daniel was, if we possess the same kind of great passion for his truth. Verse 24 literally says 70 weeks to be fully excised, concisely cut upon your particular people and upon your particular holy city for the purpose of to be fully accomplished to sin, and for the purpose of to seal up of a sin, and for the purpose of to cause the end the lawlessness, and for the purpose to make atonement or reconciliation for unrighteous acts, and for the purpose to bring in an everlasting righteousness, and for the purpose to seal up a vision and a prophet, and for the purpose of to anoint an holy one of holy ones. Again, the word here is not used in the New Testament, only 3 times in the Old Testament, Isaiah 44:22, and twice here in Daniel 9:24. It is used to translate the Hebrew word meaning to cause to end. This word, again, which is used in this verse, not in the New Testament, but over 100 times in the Old Testament, where it's used to translate the Hebrew word meaning to make atonement or reconciliation. Daniel 9:24 declares 7 infinitives which express God's complete purpose that he will fulfill in these 70 years spoken of by Daniel and spoken by Jeremiah and inquired about by Daniel. The Jewish thing involving Daniel's people and his holy city, which we pointed out before. 1, to be fully accomplished to sin. 2, for the purpose of to seal up of a sin. 3, for the purpose of to cause to end the lawlessness. And 4, for the purpose to make atonement, reconciliation for unrighteous acts. 5, for the purpose of to bring in an everlasting righteousness. 6, for the purpose of, to seal up a vision and a prophet. And 7, for the purpose of to anoint a holy one of holy ones. So 2 great facts we should grasp with our understanding and tenaciously hold on to are presented to us. 1 is that we'll take all of the 70 weeks of Daniel prophecy, the clarification of Jeremiah's prophecy, to fulfill all 7 of God's purposes. And 2, it is concerning the Jewish people and their holy city, Jerusalem, that it will take all of the 70 weeks of Daniel's prophecy, which is the clarification again of Jeremiah's prophecy, to fulfill all of these 7 purposes for his city and his people. This is a very important fact of biblical prophecy. Some of the events in the book of Revelation are the clarification and the spoken fulfillment of some things mentioned here in relation to the 70th week of Daniel's prophecy. One has to ignore this plain and landmark fact to apply the 70th week to the church, etc., in some other errors that have presented themselves. There will be even more clarifications of this fact as we continue to study Daniel chapters 10 through 12.